Hello, today we are redesigning this thumbnail here. Let's start with what's wrong with the thumbnail and why I believe it needs improving. So I'm redesigning it for the New Yorker. By the way, they haven't asked for this or anything. This is just like a fan redesign. They have this series called Enters the New Yorker Caption Contest. It's a very fun series. They've done it for a long time. Basically, they bring on celebrities and they pitch captions for the New Yorker comic. It's a really cool idea for the series, but the views are not as high as they used to be. And my guess is because of the algorithm change. So let's talk about the old algorithm and the new one real quick. So back in the day, the most important thing was the channel. It was whoever posted it, right? So it was the person, the channel. Nowadays, the most important thing is the packaging. The packaging is without a doubt the most important thing. A few years back, as most of you probably remember, a large channel could kind of post anything, even if the packaging was terrible, and it would do all right because YouTube really respected and cared about subscriber numbers. Nowadays, YouTube is competing with this little platform called TikTok. And TikTok realized, hey, this person here, if they have 100 subscribers or followers, who cares? If they've made a great video, we are going to keep pushing it and pushing it. And YouTube, whether they came up with this first or TikTok came up with it first, YouTube realized, hey, that makes a lot of sense. If this video here is really good, even if it's only got 100 subscribers, if the AVD and the CTR, so average view duration and click-through rate, is really high, why would I not just show it to more people? Why cap it at the amount of subscribers that they have? So we can keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and we'll just show it to the exact target audience. And the right target audience will have a high CTR and AVD most likely. And that way it can keep growing and growing and growing. I have a free module, I'll put a link in the description, where I really dive into the algorithm if you don't understand that stuff, because this here is a very, very quick simplification of the algorithm. But I wanted to look at this video here in particular because it was posted a month ago and it's got less than 5,000 views. And for being on a channel with 1 million subscribers and having such a famous person in the video, I believe these views here are very low and it should be a lot higher. So let's talk about what's wrong with the thumbnail before we do the redesign. Amelia is very famous. Very famous is an understatement. She's got 3 times the subscribers of the New Yorker. So very, very famous, and I'm sure has an insane amount of views. Yep, just a few views. So she's very famous. But her face is taking up, I don't know, 1/12 of the thumbnail. She should take up like 1/3 of the screen. Like, the whole point of this video is her, right? You're only really going to click on this if you know who she is. If the idea was rule of thumb enters the New Yorker caption contest, no one's clicking. No one cares. But when it's Amelia, people do care. So if people care that she's in the video and she's the center of the video and the video's about her entering the caption contest, then she shouldn't only take up 1/12 of the thumbnail. She should take up, 4 times more. So that's issue number 1. Issue number 2 is the amount of blank space. This here is all blank space. That would be like, 10/12, right? So 10/12. So we have 1/12 being her, and then 10/12 being blank space. That's pointless. And then we have the last here, another 1/12, which is the caption contest that she's entering. So the 2 most important things, Amelia and the comic, are taking up 1/12 and 1/12, and the blank space that's providing no context, no intrigue, nothing, just purely wasted space is 10/12. So that's what we need to fix. So the hierarchy of information in this thumbnail is off. And last thing, this here is the thumbnail made large, but obviously the only people seeing it this large are the ones designing it. But this here is when it's large. We also don't need the New Yorker logo here and here. Plus, it's in the title as well. So we have it 3 times. And depending on where you see it, you might also see their actual, the YouTube channel's logo. So you would see it 4 times. See the New Yorker written out 4 times. But like I said, with this terrible drawing here, the channel, the actual channel it's posted on, doesn't matter anymore. The thing that matters is the packaging. Every single video you post needs to have phenomenal packaging. Do not rely on the channel that it's being posted on. It's pretty irrelevant nowadays. It just doesn't matter. The most important thing by far is the packaging. Hence, that's what my entire channel is about. So now that we understand what's unoptimized about this thumbnail, let's start the redesign. All right, the first thing we need is screenshots from the video. So let's find a screenshot of her. We don't want a screenshot where she's like eyes closed, looking in the wrong direction. we want her to be as recognized as possible because people are clicking for her. So if she's like looking at the desk or anything, or even being slightly covered by the drawing, then that's not optimized. So we have two options here. We could either get a screenshot like this and just crop it in, but I think the composition would be more interesting if it's something like this. So let's just draw what I'm picturing. I want like the comic taking up this much room here, or maybe this much room here, with the caption here being blurred out, because it's like, what's she written? I want to find out. And then we want her here drawing. This here, by the way, is what I call the caveman game. It's the first step anytime I draw a thumbnail. I put a link in the description to my packaging playbook, because this here is absolutely crucial when you're designing a thumbnail. You want to understand what elements do you want in the thumbnail. And this here, I think, are the elements that I want in the thumbnail. All right, I've gotten the screenshots. So I've got 3 screenshots. We've got this one here of the comic. And then I chose this screenshot here of Amelia. And then I also got this screenshot. Honestly, I think this one here could work quite well. For this video, I'm just going to do one design, but I think this here would be a very good A/B test for the thumbnail. But let's just make this wonderful design here. So honestly, we don't need too many elements. Put a white background here behind the cartoon, and I want to explain why I chose this one here. So with thumbnails, we're trying to get someone to click. For someone to click on a video like this, they have to know who the main character is. So this whole video is based around Amelia. If you don't know who Amelia is, you're probably not going to click. So we want to do everything we can to make it so obvious on who this person is. And she is famous from the Chicken Shop date series, right? So simply by choosing this cartoon here, which features a chicken, slightly helps the brain being like, I know this person, chicken shop date. It's a really subtle thing, but it just helps the brain in like piecing everything together. And obviously that's happening in like a split second. But we want to do everything we can to help the brain like solve the puzzle. The brain just wants to look at this image and understand what's happening. So here we have Amelia. I chose this screenshot here because she looks angry. I think it would be a good A/B test as well to see like, is laughing the best one? Is like proud the best one? But I'm guessing angry would probably be the most interesting to people. So the idea of someone like pitching jokes and being annoyed at the situation is just quite funny. So we have Amelia here and we have this here, and then let's just write caption here. So it says caption here, and then what I'm going to do is create this into a smart object, and I'll do pixelate mosaic, and here I will pixelate this. So now what's happening is we've gotten a bit of intrigue here as well. So now we've opened a question in the brain. We can see Amelia is angry. They gave her this cartoon to write a caption, and this here is the caption. So now I'm like, what's the caption? Why is she angry? I want to know. And my brain is ruminating and causing questions. And the only way for my brain to have those questions answered is for me to click onto the video. The next thing is adding the New Yorker logo. I personally don't care too much about having logos in thumbnails. It's a thing I've argued with many creators about, but I just want to go through very quickly where you put the logo. So right now, having the logo here doesn't make any sense. Having it here is fine, that makes sense. But having it here in this corner is completely pointless because, as you can see, or maybe you can't see, let me turn on the right layer. As you can see, the timestamp covers it up. So like here, faintly behind it, you can see it says the New Yorker, but obviously no one can read that. So we have the logo here, but it's not even visible. So it's like completely pointless to have it there. No one's ever going to see it. So I have a few places I could add this logo. I could add it up here, which makes sense. This here though is a lot of blank space. So I think that makes sense. We could add it down here, but I don't want to do that because we have this hidden caption here. And then down here, it's not visible. So I'll put the logo up here. The last thing is, should Amelia here take up more room? The problem is I want this sketchboard in it, but I also want her taking up more room. All right, so I got a few screenshots. I got this one here, which I think could be interesting. And then I got another one of Amelia looking angry. This one here, I just think it's more funny if she looks angry. Obviously, that would be a great A/B test. We have this one here. I think this would be a great thumbnail A. I have an idea for thumbnail B though, and I want to test it out. So thumbnail B would be this here, so we can see the sketch that she's going to do, and then remove background. Then we're going to add the background back in. So I'm picturing something like, even if we remove that hand, I think this here is too cluttered, to be honest. I'm starting to think I don't like this one. All right, this here is a good one, but I think this one here, this screenshot is even better. She is thinking and very importantly, I want the pen in here just so the brain can do the maths. Pen caption, you know, this here is looking great. Now what I'm going to do is do the classic YouTuber effect here. So filter, camera raw filter, add sharpening, add noise reduction, something like that. Tiny bit of contrast, hit OK. As you can see, it goes from this to this. Just looks more sharp. That's all we really want here. And what we can do is have her take up even more room in the thumbnail, something like that. You know what? I'm going to do one extra thing just to make this look a bit more 3D. I'm thinking, what if we slightly put this behind, and then I'll do remove background, this, and move that up like that. That looks good. I know what I'm doing here seems maybe like overkill. Like, dude, calm down. The small details here don't matter that much, but they really, really do. One thing I was talking about before is we want everything to take up as much room as possible. So now Amelia is taking up 1/3 of the screen instead of the before 1/12 of the screen. Now, the issue here is, like I said before, having this chicken here is very important, but it doesn't take up that much of the screen, but we can't really make it any larger because the comic is just that shape. So what I'm going to do here is make this larger like that, and then just create my own cutoff here like that. Obviously, if I was doing this properly, I would do a much better job. Something like that. All right, let's go through the before and after. Hey, do you need help with thumbnails? I have a course linked in the description, or if you want me to design your thumbnails, then you can apply, also linked in the description. My whole philosophy with thumbnails is that it's all about strategy. It's all about psychology. The graphic design, that is 1%. 99% is the strategy and psychology. So if you like that approach and you want help with that, then you can get my full strategy, all of my frameworks, everything in the course below. And like I mentioned, if you're an established creator and you want me to help with your thumbnails, I'll put a link in the description to it. Okay, let's get back to the video. So here in the before, we can see the New Yorker logo twice. And this one here would be covered anyway by the timestamp. Amelia is only taking up 1/12 of the screen. The actual caption is taking up 1/12 of the screen. And then the rest here is wasted space that isn't providing any context. And as you can see, when the thumbnail is small, you can barely tell what the video's premise is. We don't know who it is. We don't know what they're drawing. You can't tell what's being drawn here. And the brain doesn't understand the premise of the video, which is one of the 4 goals of a thumbnail. Here we have what I think would be a much more optimal thumbnail, which would be better for CTR click-through rate and better for AVD. So as you can see here, Amelia is taking up about 1/3 of the screen if you consider all the blank space and stuff here. If not, you could say that's half of the screen. Then we have the actual comic here, the cartoon, taking up another 1/3/half of the screen. And then to add some intrigue here, what we've done is blurred out the caption. So it's like, what is the caption? I want to know. That's the whole premise of the video. So now it's causing me to ruminate. So I want to now find out, what did she write? Then we've also done some really subtle things in this thumbnail, which really helps piece everything together from a psychological perspective. So what I've done here is picked a screenshot with her using the pen. So now my brain understands Amelia is going to use the pen to write this. Like, it's a really subtle thing, but it just helps bridge that gap. And then the other subtle thing that we've done is picked a cartoon here which features a chicken. So now it makes the premise more interesting. Amelia is pitching jokes to do with chickens, which is kind of what she's famous for. But also it actually provides context into who this person is. So if you're looking at this person and you're like, I recognize them and I just don't know why. But then you see next to her a chicken, your brain goes, wait, oh, that's the chicken shop girl. And all of these small changes here would have a massive impact on CTR and AVD, which I think would then result in a lot more than 5,000 views. If you like the way that I talk about thumbnails, titles, and YouTube strategy, then I have my full course linked in the description. Or if you're thinking, hey, I want to see him design more thumbnails, then click on this video here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in this video here. Just click on it. It's okay.